Israel only exists because black men saved you. You see, Hitler was getting ready to be defeated. No one could figure out how to beat his air defenses. He had a good, Allied force bombers were getting blown out of the sky, and the Allied pilots, they couldn't do anything. The Tuskegee Airmen, black pilots, mechanics, thinkers. They figured out how to fly further, and they were superior pilots. So when they engaged the German fighters, they destroyed them and got the Allied force bombers to be able to take Hitler out from the inside. That's because of black people that Hitler was defeated. That's because of black people that the Holocaust ended. In fact, the 761st Tank Battalion, Patton's Black Panthers, the original, they liberated the Jews in Dachau and Buchenwald. So we as American descendants of slavery, we as black men, are the reason that Israel exists, because you might not have survived without us. So you owe a life debt to us, life debt. What I'm going to ask is that in repayment, you end the genocide, cease fire, and stop the occupation. A one-state solution, secular, not an ethno-state. A two-state solution won't work because you'll have winners and the victims. Even though they have their state, they have nothing, no resources, no autonomy. But because you owe a life debt to people like me, and all we want to do is benefit the world, we want to just live up to our potential. Because when we do, the world is a much better place. The day my daughter died, we were celebrating the creation of a podcast, I Care for Animals, where I Care, ICARE, is the International Cancer Alliance for Research and Education. It's a growing coalition of academics who practice science for the public good, who instead of patenting and profiting from their discoveries, they patent and then share their discoveries so they can improve the human condition. That's what science for the public good is. I Care for Animals, which Sid had, would have connected children and families living with cancer to the academic research community so they can make better informed decisions as opposed to just take the medications that the doctors were shoveling at them for, they were making and keeping people sick for profit or making them worse. No one cared. Look at the jabs. The academic research community knows that they're safer, better, more affordable, as in like free, because the academics are the ones who practice science for the public good, not for profit. And for every blockbuster drug, there's like dozens of ways to deal with the same health issue that are safer, less toxic, a fraction of the cost, and no one knows they exist because they've been suppressed. We have a way around all of that because of what me and my family did, my kids, both of them. My son's a biochemist. First job was working for Fauci and I doing vaccine research. We're on different teams. I'm all about doing things like Cuba did, boost the immune system so people don't get sick. They had a 0% death rate due to COVID. But what's interesting is, no, they can't really help the rest of the world because of the embargo. And just last week, there was a vote, UN. 138 countries, I think, voted to end the embargo. There were only 2 countries that didn't. You know what they were? United States and Israel. The Zionist countries trying to wipe everyone out who isn't like them. So they're like the great white hosts with hearts of darkness, whereas me and my people are a little chocolate family with hearts of light. Where do you learn about my dad, who built the world's largest Ukrainian church, the Bethany Slavic Missionary Church, just outside Sacramento? We've met with Russians and Ukrainians. None of them want the war, just like most Jews and Palestinians don't want what's happening to be happening, that's for sure. It's just the Zionists, and there's some soft Zionists out there who want the Jewish state, but they don't really like what Netanyahu's doing, but they'll still accept the gifts. I've got a solution to all of that. And more, but we have to talk about that in future videos. Right now, we got to get the message to Congress and AIPAC. Ceasefire now. You owe your lives to people like me, and we're the only ones on the planet with the moral and spiritual authority to tell you directly. You need to cease fire now and end the occupation, because you would not exist if it were not for me and my people, the Tuskegee Airmen and the 761st Tank Battalion are the ones who liberated you. And if we as black people are the reason that you survived, then don't you think you need to listen to us? You owe a debt of gratitude to us. When are you going to pay us back besides just making us look bad in the movies? It's a shame what you guys did. But because of what I accomplished with my dad, we're going to be the proof that we can do so much better, because the stereotypes and tropes about us are not true. We can be good dads, we can be good thinkers, we can be good partners, we can be good problem solvers. Because if people who judge us as inferior can't compete with and outperform the positive impact of our solutions on the planet, then how can you say that you are superior to us? If you can't compete with and outperform us without cheating. So, ceasefire now. And if you like what I'm talking about, and I need some help. People are mad because I haven't launched before now. It's because we have great solutions, but my job isn't to run a business. My job is to solve problems, make sure that we can do what no one else is doing. And I don't think anyone else has figured out how to get leverage over AIPAC to make sure that they stop their crimes against humanity. So with that, I'm going to let you go. Check out the other videos. I have a bunch more coming. I just want to make sure I can give you a reason to be more hopeful for the future than you currently are. All right? So if you like this work, please support us. And make sure you sign up, because as soon as enough people sign up, we can start offering benefits. Cool?